Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Just Enough Heshy show. We are going to have a great show. We have a wonderful new guest of the show. First, I want to, of course, say hello to my beautiful, wonderful Soya. I'm going first with you because Bumi's not beautiful.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, Soya.
Wait a minute. Every week you say how beautiful I am.
Yeah, I say you're handsome.
He called you delicious.
Thank you.
Okay, you
I'll
got
take it.
Okay, good. So, anyways, Bumi, Bumi's my lawyer. He's helping me with the closing, and he was screaming at me today. You believe it? He was screaming at me. He says, "Heshy, shut up. Let me do my job."
I'm sorry, Heshy. I didn't mean it personally.
You didn't. I love you, my delicious friend. You're a good man. And of course, we have a wonderful guest on the show. His name is Alter Eliezer Richter, running for Congress of the 4th District. Is that it?
Correct.
Say hello to my audience.
4th District.
Hello, everyone.
Hello out there. That's the 4th District
In Jersey, in New Jersey.
New Jersey.
And he doesn't want to be called Alter Eliezer Richter. He wants to be called AER.
Heshy, would you just kindly remind me of exactly which areas of New Jersey that encompasses
That's
the 4th
like,
District?
what is that? What is that? Where does it encompass, Eliezer?
Monmouth, Ocean County, and Mercer.
So he's going to be a real congressman. And you want to hear the funny part is? It's not
Yes.
funny. He's 26 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. No?
Yes, yes.
Oh, wow.
Well, you're going to be the youngest man to sit in the House.
No. What's that other wicked? I hate that wicked woman. What's her name?
AOC? She's older than him.
Oh, she is?
Yes, she is.
Okay, she's anyway.
Older than him, at least in biological age.
She's a witch, anyways.
She's
We're
certainly
gonna talk to you guys in a minute. We have a lot to talk about. Soya, me and you are gonna fight while the coronavirus is over.
AOC is the Rebbitzin of the house.
Oh God, she's an idiot. Anyways, what she did to us. But we're gonna start the show. We're gonna have a lot of stuff to do. We also have a quote and joke, and I tell it to all my people. You have to laugh at the joke.
I'm ready to laugh.
Our phone number is 718-303-9090. If you want to call into the show, watch me on Just Enough Heshy. We're going to be taking calls. Dimitri is going to put you on hold for a couple of minutes, and then you're going to wait till we get calls. But we're going to be taking calls in about 10-15 minutes, everybody. And that's it, 718-303-9090. Boomy, what's the phone number? Listen to my show.
Well, it's 303
9090.
9090.
You didn't give me. Wow, you guys are they're talking on the side. It's not right. You have to pay. I'm paying you for the full hour, not for. I forgot a lawyer
How much
charge.
are you paying us?
Nothing. Anyways, we have Chamula Jewelers located at 944 Kings Highway, 718-336-1980, 718-336-1980. Family-owned business for over 40 years, specializing in diamond engagement rings, eternity bands, and diamond jewelry. Or just bring your own jewelry to redesign or freshen up. Chamula Jewelers.
They bring out the sparkle in you, and I hope Eddie approves of
Not
that.
they
because
bring
that's
out.
gonna hang-
They've got the sparkle for you.
Oh, God, I
That's
can't get it
and
right.
that's you
They've
can't.
Eddie,
got
I'm
the
sorry,
sparkle
Eddie.
for you.
That works better, Eddie. I'm
Okay,
sorry,
good.
Eddie. I apologize.
Visit them today, 944 Kings Highway, 718-336-1980. Tehila Tishler, ttstyles.com, 718-675-6842, 718-675-6842. She does wigs, makeup, hair. And by the way, I know a lot of you ladies are having problems with your hairdressers. They're not open. Tehila does coloring of the hair too.
And cuts? And cuts?
Cuts, yes, but I don't know if you guys are all nervous, but she's very good. Right now, she's just doing wigs because of this COVID thing and the quarantining. 718-675-6842. Go to her website, teestyles.com, 718-675-6842.
And let Tehila bring out the beauty in you.
Wow, you got it
Did you
right.
see the haircut that Boomy got?
I know, I want to hear.
It's an expensive
Well,
haircut.
I know that. I want to hear.
You got to go in the underground
I
to
know.
get it.
They come to your house. It costs like $70-$80.
Oh, my God. I don't want to talk about
Okay,
it.
good.
This
My
is like in the
frustration goes
times
up
of
when
the
I do-
abolition. You wanted to get liquor, you know?
We got to
gotta
get
go
out with the show,
underground.
guys. Avi Fleischer from Technical Difficulties, 1504 60th Street, 718-259-4593. I'm moving my office, in a couple days, and we're moving all the computers, and Avi's working day and night for us. Avi, you're not billing us too badly. That's a lie. He's screwing me. Anyway, 718-259-4593. That was a joke, Avi. Please, that was a joke. Don't add on to the bill.
Avi Sawyer wants to see you in person one day. She's looking at possible shidduchim for you.
You see, we do everything on this show. 718-259-4593. And then, of course, we have Green Line Building Solutions.
That's the most important one.
That's, by the way, AER. That's my company. We help people with violations, fire department, criminal tickets. We're even helping with the mass tickets. We do plans, permits, violations, and of course, most of all, we help you with all your problems with field inspections. By the way, I want to tell you guys a story, and I told you everything. On Monday, I was called Friday at 3:00 that the DOB and HPD were going to hurt this guy on his property on McDonald Avenue. And I said, there's nothing I can do for you. Nothing I can do for you. So what I did is very simple. I told him I went to the site Sunday, I helped him out, and I saved him. And I told him what to do. Monday they
Was that the site where you took that little fall?
So that's what I'm going to tell you. So
Okay.
Monday I was there. The police came, the DOB came, the HPD came, and really the HPD guy turned out to be just a wonderful inspector. He was so nice to me, Inspector Glenn. Really, the guy was just nice, kind to me. And he stood there with me, and the DOB inspector is a guy who knows me all these years. He says, Harold tells the truth. He's never lied to me. And we worked together beautifully, wonderfully. And we got the guy at 3:00 with the commissioner. And I want you to know, Kalman Yeager. Yes, do not talk bad about my friend. Kalman Yeager is my friend. We're political foes, but not anymore. I called him. He got on the phone. Took an email. He stayed with me. He got me onto the deputy commissioner. He says, Heshy, I got you where you got to be. Remember, a councilman can't.
I'm delighted to hear that you
But
guys mended
See,
fences.
but
It's
no, but
nice
you
to
see,
know
but
that you're
you
getting
see,
along.
People
It's
don't
great.
understand
That's
how
great.
people don't understand how politicians work. You think you called them up, oh, my toilet is broken, fix it. You tell him your problem. He will guide you, like Mr. Congressman. You're going to be a
Correct.
congressman. Of course, we're going to call you. We're poor. We're broke. People are going to tell you that they have their problems. You have to tell them, listen,
Everyone has.
Right, I'm going to guide you to the right direction. And Kalman got me on the phone with the deputy commissioner. He got the liaisons guy on the phone. He says, Heshy, this is the best I can do. I'm not going to be able to save you, but I got you to the point where you want to be now. Let's see what you can do, Heshy. And he got me to where I was. And he called me back once or twice checking on me. And at 3:00 in the afternoon, I got the engineer's report. I saved the site. The guy with the dirt left. The wonderful HPD guy said, listen, Harold, you're good. The DOB guy said, good. And I saved the guy's thing. But I was dressed in a white shirt, black pants. I came only for an hour. Finally, they made me do a site inspection on the site. And I was trying, I'm 300. Well, really, I'm less than 300, but I'm lying. I'm 300 something pounds.
You're 200 plus something.
Right, and I tried to fly. Now, 300-pound people do not fly. So as I tried to jump, boom, I went into a hole in the excavation, busted my rib, didn't bust it, fractured it, bruised it. They took me out, they left me there, and they wouldn't let me leave. Otherwise, they were going to stop the site. So I waited.
Shows you in one thing, Heshy. Next time you try to take a jump like that, remember your broomstick.
I will. So I tried to. I got a little injured. I got home, but I've been working. I haven't given up. And of course, I came here for you listeners. And of course, my buddy, Mr. Richter of AER, to make sure he's on the show and be able to pitch his thing. I know we're running out of time. Anyways, Green Line Building Solutions. We even fly through holes for you. Anyways, we have Fallon's Corp, 3132 Bedford Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, on the corner of Avenue J and Bedford Avenue, FALLONSPLACE. FallonsPlace.com is your website, 718-325-5667. Slowly, 718-325-5667. And for all your beautiful clothing for adult, teens, and children, she's just a good kid. Go to Fallon. She helps people. She makes private appointments. She delivers. She takes a call, 718-325-5667, or go to her website, fallonsplace.com. And then, of course, we have Wolf's Grocery. He says I do it wrong.
Always fully
He
stocked.
says, tell everybody I don't deliver. You do deliver. You better deliver. I'm going to kick your butt. By the way, I went to visit his mother this morning from the street. People saw me jumping up and down and screaming, Heshy, why are you screaming again? I said, I'm visiting somebody. But for them, it's normal for me jumping up and down the Borough Park streets. Wolf's Grocery, 2362 Nostrand Avenue, corner of Avenue J at Nostrand Avenue, 718-252-1863, 718-252-1863. Chaim Deutsch shops over there. And if he wins for Congress, then his seat becomes open. And yes,
That's yours, Heshy.
that's mine. I'm not going to run against
yours.
Kalman and Eichenstein, Assemblyman Eichenstein and
Simcha.
Councilman Simcha Eichenstein, and who's doing wonderful work trying to get all the-
Simcha's a gentleman.
He's getting-
He's Dove's protege.
but also with Kalman, they are working on they filed a 19-page report. I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you, to get all the camps open this summer with the governor. And
Wonderful. The kids need someplace
But
to
their
go.
report is so genius, the way they came up with it, that everything makes sense. And if it doesn't open up, Cuomo is a hater, which I do. And they just won't do it. This
Well,
guy,
if it's done appropriately, it's got to be done.
I
It's
saw the
good.
plan. It's a genius plan. And Kalman
Ingenious.
saved my butt this week. And his person, Simcha Eichenstein, our assemblyman, is a great man, saved our butt.
Simcha, I'm a fan of.
So I thank you, Kalman. Now remember, just because I fight with him as a politician, Kalman calls me. We're friends. Kalman screams at me, why aren't you wearing a mask? Kalman is my friend. But when he's not Kalman, he's Councilman Yeager. Same way with Mr. Eichenstein. I see Simcha on Shabbos. How are you, Simcha? But when I see him privately, he hates when I call him assemblyman.
He's the assemblyman.
He is the assemblyman.
That's correct.
Now, of course, we have your favorite travel agency, and they are
Traveler's choice.
Traveler's choice.
The only choice
The
for
only
you to
choice. There's
travel.
so many choices in this life, from suit stores to bagel stores to, I don't know, pizza stores. I don't
To
know.
what used to be Schmulka Bernstein's and
Right.
Ratner's.
We're not going to go through that. We're going to go through all the new stores.
Okay.
Well, you don't have any more choices because the only choice you've got
Can I
to make,
book a flight to Nowhereville?
you can book
You can book a flight to
These two
Nowhereville.
guys could do. These two
She
people
can get you to the moon and
right.
back.
Joseph, he gets upset when we make fun of him. By the way,
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know he's crazy.
But he still does the best job.
He
that there
does the
is.
best
He
job.
gets you the best price, the best job.
So
you don't have to break your head on the computer.
if you want to go to Israel on a vacation or China well, you can't go to China. I think we're going to stop that. China for business, you call Traveler's Choice. He's the only choice. If you want to be online, go online. But the only line you should use is the
Traveler's line.
no, the telephone
The
line.
telephone
Are
line
you
with
crazy?
Traveler's Choice. I'm sorry.
Wow, you can't teach this boy nothing. He's nuts. Anyways, call Traveler's Choice, their first-class travel experience. You have the Mavens in Travel with Joseph or Yossi and Devorah Lifer. 212-868-8698. 212-868-8698. He helps you with everything. Sit back on your couch, and the only line you should use is the telephone line, and just say, "Hey, Joe, take care of whatever you want." He's great. He really is very
And
great.
remember, for traveling, the only choice is Traveler's Choice.
Now we have, of course, Mike, your favorite commercial, the insect guy. He's wonderful. Hey, if you got insects, roaches, ants, beetles, centipedes,
all the way up to mice.
Mice.
too.
stop.
Mice.
No worries. Call Mike at Mike's Extermination.
And
okay?
once I get into my house, I'm going to need to exterminate the AOC.
Well, I love you. Mike is
Mike will
gonna do
take care of it
for
for you.
free.
Don't worry
Mike's
about it.
Exterminator will take care of all your pest controls. Contracts available, specializing in hospitals, nursing homes, senior
Could I
living.
book you now?
You can book
in
him right away.
advance?
He's good for. Just call him. His phone number is 718-645-0269. What's his phone number? You guys will remember it.
I need you to exterminate also all the
Seven-
Rashida Tlaibs and the AOCs
I got to get paid for the show.
and Nancy
7
Pelosi's.
718-645-0269. Call him. Mike's Exterminating. He does disinfecting for coronavirus, even though it's all over, and kills all bacteria types. Now, you guys are going to be a little shocked at this. I have a meat store down the block from my office. Wonderful guy. He's really great, and I always go shopping for my meats. If you just want great meat, you go to Prime at Ari, or you can get him at his email. Eat great meat at Prime at
When
Ari.
you say a meat store, it's like a butcher.
Right, so I'm going to tell you all about it. 5010 16th Avenue, and I'm at 54. I didn't say my phone number at Green Line. I'm a dumbbell.
Well,
If you
give
want
it
to
to us
call
now.
Green Line for private appointment, 718-871-0382, or meet me at the corner of 16th Avenue, 54th Street till we move in 10 days. But Ari is located on 50th Street and 16th Avenue, 5010 16th Avenue. And I want you to know I had my most delicious steaks ever. All their meats are prime, and their marinated stuff is out of this world. You just say Uncle Heshy or Heshy Tishlin, you get 5% off your next order, and you can call them at 718-851-0051.
Soya, we need flanken. I need my flanken to go into the
This
show.
guy, Ari's
We
great.
couldn't get any
And
today.
he's nice, he's kind, and he tells you a long story. If you listen to his story, you get another discount. Because boy, this boy could talk.
But I can get my flanken there.
You can get your flanken, steaks, hamburgers. He packages it for you on the spot. You have ready-made, fresh. You call them at 718-851-0051, or you can send a WhatsApp to 718-851-0288, and you get a quick free delivery.
Can I just drop in?
You can drop it too. I drop in all the time.
Okay.
Anyways, that's the show. It's over. That was a joke. That was a joke.
Wait a minute. We have not done your daily saying and
Right.
joke.
We're gonna do our quote and joke for the
Quote
day.
and joke, right?
And if I can find it, that's the truth of the matter. I always lose it lately. I'm not doing too well. But we're going to talk to my boy Richter here in a moment. And I'm going to, where's my joke? I don't know why I keep losing my joke every week. I'm misplacing. I'm getting old. I think maybe because I fell in the hole. Anyways,
You
don't have to
banged
look
your
for it.
ribs, not your head.
Did you
Right.
become
Oh, I got
holy?
it right here. At the
I
bottom.
love that picture that you sent out of your granddaughter.
She's wonderful,
she's
right?
yummy.
So, anyways, here's my quote of the day. And this is for my boy Alta, right here, sitting next to the AER. Love and kindness can only be found through the act of loving others. So when you become congressman, don't think when you're going to do, you have to love us. You just not do the acts. You have to actually love us, Rabalta. And you're going to do a good job. I see the love in him. Don't you see how beautiful he is? He's a
Yes,
good man.
he is.
Can I tell you my story?
Yes, please do.
So I'm gonna, Alta, you gotta laugh at this, so I'm not gonna
Oh.
vote for you. My brother lives in your neighborhood, Getsy. He's not gonna vote for you. Mr. Goldberger called my office to make an appointment for a private meeting with me and my partner Penny. And you know, Penny's an idiot. He just hates everybody. Anyways, no, he's not really. Anyways, today he wanted us to help him design and expedite a new house for him and his new soon-to-be wife. Cool, that's what we do for a lot of people. Anyways, as my secretary ushered Mr. Goldberger in, he was an elderly, well-dressed, balding man with a cane in his mid to late 80s. Now listen to this. By his side was his soon-to-be a beautiful, tall, brunette woman in her mid-20s. Now me and Penny, we don't really comment, right? We were shocked. After we concluded our intake and meeting with the soon-to-be newlyweds, after they left, Penny started telling me, Mr. Goldberg and his bride, we were making fun of his wedding. And then Penny said, it's ridiculous, Heshy. I said, what's ridiculous? Why is it ridiculous that he's getting married? He says, in my family, we have a name for this. How does a rich 87-year-old man marry a 26-year-old woman? I said, Penny, it happens. I said, what do you call such a thing? He says, we call it a football wedding. I said, what's a football wedding? She's waiting for him to kick off. Is Penny a bad man? Is Penny just a bad
guy sounds
man?
like William Shatner. He's looking for another one too now, you know, at 89.
Anyways, we're going to start the show right now, but before I go now, I want Mr. Richter to hear this, because Mr. Richter, I went to the hospital this week and I was screaming that there's no more corona. I got into the emergency room. I got into Mr. Mayor, Mr. Cuomo, listen to me. I got in. I have a video posted. I got the outfit. I got the gloves. Shmiro helped me get it.
Watch where you're going, Heshy. Sawyer's going to bash your head in a minute.
I got in, the Shmiro organization.
No more corona.
The Shmiro organization helped the note. Wait. So I got in there. 0 reported coronas. 0 reported deaths. Wait. I went to the triage. 5 nurses waiting for people to come in doing nothing. Okay, Heshy, you're an idiot. Went to the nursing home. Nothing, 0. And I want you to know,
Which nursing home?
Next door.
Okay,
nothing. And I want you to know, Douglas is now in charge, and they know he's coming back. He's putting them into place.
That's good. Be nice to Douglas. He's the best.
But Maimonides is on top of their game.
He's my friend.
But there's no more corona. Went to NYU.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, all I want you to know, it's a lie. Whatever's being reported now is a pure lie. There is no more corona.
Well, let's see. There's been a genuine reduction. Maybe that has a lot to do with the fact.
I'm going to let you talk. Would you let me just finish?
Go ahead.
Forget that Pelosi called the president obese instead of talking about corona. I'm going to give you 9 facts. And when you just write these facts down, and Mr. Congressman, you better listen to this. Children are more likely to die from the flu than COVID-19. That's from the CDC data, Dr. Scott Atlas from Stanford.
We knew that about children, but one doctor doesn't necessarily qualify as everything.
No, CDC data.
Okay.
Next. Okay.
We knew that about children.
If you are under the age of 24, are you ready for this? You are more likely to be struck by lightning than die from COVID-19. Wait.
That's based on the given percentages. That's nothing new.
It's from the data from the Foundation of Equal Opportunity.
But it's still the percentages are
Let me keep going. Half the deaths of COVID ID. Half the deaths worldwide from COVID ID are from nursing homes and over the age of 81. Next. 20 states.
And that's because of improper care.
20 states have 72% of the people over the age of 81 dying from COVID. New York City study of the
hydroxychloroquine.
Whatever, who cares? Reduced the risk in COVID people by 50%.
That's correct. We said it all along. You've been saying it all along. We said it all along.
When many states redid and revised right now on the differences of who died by COVID ID, the numbers show that the states, the numbers were wrong by 25%. That was according to the governor of Colorado, that all the numbers that were submitted were 25% overstated. Pure lie. He admitted it on the news that all the COVID numbers are wrong by 25%. And you know, Cuomo and that Nazi mayor.
I am tired of hearing statistics and politics and politicians blowing in the wind and changing their tune because they want to open up the country. And they should be opening up the country. But there's a lot of things going on here. There's a lot of factors.
Here's the most
Hold on, because then I'm going to get to say what I have to say.
Here's the most important fact. Lockdowns are more deadly than anything. This idiot mayor, suicides are higher. The unemployment of people that are denied from surgery, you're now getting more cancer. People are dying. The economic lockdown alone from the Bureau of Economic Research, more people die from cancer than the COVID ID. The economic devastation from this lockdown causes poverty worldwide that can cause
But
death.
for the lockdown, it would not be that way.
No, more hundreds
It
of
would
thousands.
not be that way.
No,
but
no,
for the
No, the
lockdown.
lockdown is very bad.
So
It
listen
is
to me.
bad.
So let's go a step further. Ready? In Sweden and in Florida and Georgia, where the lockdowns were really lifted or never really locked down, no massive outbreaks of COVID-19. Final two statistics. The highest risk of COVID-19 transmission is at home. Ready? Hello, COVID-19 or whatever you want to call it, corona. The coronavirus, the transmission is among family members, according to studies from Hong Kong, Germany, and Taiwan. And the risk of transmitting the virus outside is 18 times less, according to a study in Japan. Last and final fact, and this is for you, Mr. Congressman. The prediction model that came out with this Neil Ferguson that everything is basing it on, the Imperial College of London predicted that 2.5 million people in the US were going to die. Not only was it wrong, less than 93,000 people died in the United States.
That prediction was made before any steps were taken.
No. And the politicians are still basing the lockdowns on that number. They don't want to agree that it's wrong.
No, right now they're beginning to open up.
Now, final.
But they want to open up with caution. I've been saying that all along.
Final and 10th fact. All your stupid little masks, when you're breathing in and out, that CO, you think that you're breathing in and out to yourself, you're getting yourself sick. You can't keep breathing your own air back into your mouth. You have to let fresh air going in and out.
Yes, but when I'm out in public, I don't want to be breathing or sneezing on somebody if I'm a carrier of the bug.
So,
if I give a sneeze and somebody's next to me and the sneeze
Anyways,
gives out a shoot, I give somebody else the bug.
it's
I put them
over.
at risk.
It's over.
It's not
Open
over.
my
It's
country.
getting much better, but it's not over.
It's over. Open my country. Now, I want to introduce my boy here because we're going to talk to him. And we're going to ask him a bunch of tough questions because I just told him a lot of stuff that bothers me and even more. But he told me privately that he's into the drug rehabs and he cares about our children. Let's see if he's telling the truth. But let me tell you about my little friend, Mr. Alta Eliezer Richter. He's a person who stands for not only the Jewish community, but American values. Eliezer is very far right, okay, but not so far right because he loves us. He has put his money where his mouth is and has fought for many morality, and he's running as Republican. Is that
And I
true?
understand he's ready to fight the squad as well.
Right. Alta is currently the only Orthodox Jew on the ballot in the U.S. House of Representatives, which is not true. But
In New Jersey.
In New Jersey, correct. He's running for the Republican nomination of the District 4. That means a lot of Sephardic people in the Deal community, correct?
Correct.
There are only two Republicans running for nomination this year in that 700,000. Chris Smith and you, right?
Yes.
And finally, the election is coming July 7th. So get out there and vote for my boy, Eliezer Alta Richter. And we're going to ask him a couple questions. But Eliezer, I mean, AER.
We throw our full support behind him.
I love this boy. Eliezer, I understand you're 26 years old. You're a smart young man. I've spoken to you. I've watched your WhatsApps. I want to know, what do you stand for? Do you stand for drugs? Do you stand for marijuana? Why is there no money for schools and special education? Why are we allowing the big politicians to keep us in control like we're animals? My civil rights are being affected and nobody in the Congress is doing anything about it. I want to know what you're going to do for me. Not me, your people, my brother who lives in your district.
So I'm going to, number one,
what's your platform?
Number one.
Drugs or no drugs? Do you agree to marijuana?
No, anti.
Good. And Trump? Of course.
Trump,
what about medical marijuana?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Tell us a little bit about you.
Okay. First of all, I'm going to be the congressman that's going to give everyone a hitch. Meaning, if anybody, I'm not the type of guy that I'm on a higher level than everyone. That I can't stop for anyone.
In other words, you're going to be accessible.
Yes. I will never hold myself on too high of a level to give someone a hitch. Okay. Number one about New York, because I'm in New York right now, I want to say what's been going on is that Andrew Cuckoo and Mayor D. Blow Your Nose.
Wow. You are good. I was going to call him Hitler and Himmler, but go ahead, yeah.
Okay.
What about Nadler? Do you like that little short, fat Nazi, even though he's a Jew?
Okay, I don't want to speak about a Yid right now, but
a bad
I know.
By the way,
Fat Jerry has betrayed his own people.
Next week we have Jonathan Herzog on the show. I hope he comes on, and he's running against Nadler, and we're going to throw our support against him.
I support that.
Good. Go ahead.
Okay. Andrew Cuomo has forced...
We interrupt you a lot.
Yes. Andrew Cuomo has forced the nursing homes to accept coronavirus patients.
Right. I forgot to tell you that. And now he's blaming God.
But wait a minute, and Andrew Cuomo had a ship at bay,
right,
and the Javits Center. Right. He had plenty of place empty.
3,000 beds.
Empty beds.
What are you going to do about that, Congressman? That's our money you blew.
And he sent them back. And he said, we don't need them. Let's send them to die in these nursing homes that are altogether germ-infected
so he
environments.
ruled they do not resuscitate guideline for the ambulances. And this is the guy who cares so much about life.
Do not resuscitate guidelines.
Once hydroxychloroquine was found that it works, he banned it.
Unbelievable.
Okay. Now they're pushing, and all the Democrats are pushing.
My dumbbell nephew from Jersey, which I love so much, Jason, and I have a big bet with him. He says that, the president is wrong about hydrochloroquine, whatever that thing is.
No, he's
not. He's not. It works.
It works.
It works. It's not a permanent solution. The hydrochloroquine was done as a temporary solution until the vaccine is able to be mass produced and given out.
Go ahead. Let him go. Go ahead. We interrupt you. We keep interrupting. Stop interrupting him, Sawyer.
Okay, refusing a loved one to see his loved one in the hospital isn't done by people that care so much about life. And then they have the opportunity to kill your loved one without you being able to stop them. All their claims about safety are rotten scientifically. Politicians should be encouraging everyone to take vitamin D, zinc, and staying healthy, and rush that out to the public.
That's correct.
They're not going to. It's not profitable. The vitamins don't cost so much money. They're not able to make it.
Exactly. That's why they're not promoting it. It's really important to buy up that the Jews buy up a couple hospitals in New York, and not the same way we have our own ambulances, that we have our own hospitals because of what's going on.
Well, we have Maimonides, and thank God Douglas Jablon is at the helm right now.
Right.
And if not for Douglas, you know what I'm saying, we'd be in trouble. He will get this place up to full power, up to par. Yeah.
Many boys.
Can I ask you a question? You're from Lakewood, right? We have an organization called Ezras Noshim here, Ladies Hatzalah. Do you agree with that or not?
I totally disagree with it. Don't think you're more from than God.
Wow, I did not expect it.
Wow, me too.
I'm actually glad to hear I anticipated a full
You're not more religious than God.
Why can't women save women?
Because you're not more religious than God.
Why? That's correct.
So
why can't anyone save anyone?
Hold on just a minute. If you were a man, let's say men gave birth, would you want a woman? I mean, I'm just saying.
No, we have to. No, you know what the problem?
Examining you.
You know what the problem with Ezras Noshim is?
What?
What's the problem?
You're establishing that you don't need to save. You're establishing a fact that you don't have to save someone if there's a halachic problem over here. No halachic issues come in.
That's not why Ezras Noshim.
I know it's not halachic.
Ezras Noshim is there as a backup. Actually, they're not there to take over.
In Lakewood, when they called the
I'm not saying no. They could volunteer to help as well. They could volunteer to either be part of Hatzalah or make.
We do, but
right. But the people that are doing it,
they could. It's good to know that women could.
The people that are doing it. Now, I disagree that Hatzalah shouldn't let women join because the more people.
I'm sorry, Hatzalah shouldn't let women. Whoa, what ages are we living in? Are you kidding me?
Yes, exactly.
I want to ask you another question. Let me ask you, why are
1924, I think women had the right to vote. Was that then? I think she called up, what was her name? The president, his mother said, you better make sure that this passes through. Just remember who changed your diapers. Are you kidding me?
Universal suffrage.
You wouldn't be here if it wasn't for a woman.
No, that was the mistake. We let women vote.
Heshy,
but I think
I think Heshy, don't forget, you have to go home to Linda tonight. I would really tread carefully.
She's in one of her. By the way, she's in one of her moods this week.
Oh boy,
yeah.
Let me give a little bit more introduction.
I think AER right now actually is saying that he's okay with the idea of having both women and men working on Hatzalah.
Yes,
part of
because there's no halachic problem when it comes to saving lives. But let me just give you a little more introduction.
Women vote.
Okay, many boys have been kicked out of schools here in New York for not vaccinating. Unfortunately, we have a lot of Hitlers and heroes on the front lines.
Okay.
Now you get into vaccination. Don't you think it's important to vaccinate if you're a risk to somebody
I'm not
else?
obligated to hurt myself to keep you safe.
But are you not obligated? Wait a minute. What do you mean vaccination is hurting myself?
Yes, the immune suppressed child.
What if it's proven? If it's been proven?
Okay, let me answer. The immune suppressed child is in danger from way more things. And the precise reason why he's immune suppressed is mostly likely because he's vaccine damaged. So we're going to force everyone to get vaccine damage to save the boy that's severely vaccine damaged.
Well, no, we have to have some sort of alternative in that.
Okay, let me ask you something.
Majority
how many kids are
vaccinated.
autistic? Excuse me. How many kids are autistic and have all different neurological issues that need therapists? People are sick. People have all different issues, and a lot of this is contributed to heavy metals, which heavy metals has the direct connection with the neurological problems.
Out there, if you have a school where you have the vast majority of students are able to take and tolerate a vaccine, and
how do you know that?
And because we know that it's
Robert F.
statistically, and that vaccine works to protect the vast majority of students. The few minority students, in that case, should have to find an alternative, something, because you've got to protect the majority.
Every study that came out till now shows the unvaccinated are the healthiest. God's perfection needs no injection.
Wow. I want to ask you a question. Gay, do you agree with gay marriage or not?
I don't believe they should be announcing their bedroom misbehavior in a public.
No, they're not denouncing. They're just saying, I want to be this is my spouse. This is my mate. Do you allow gay people to get married civilly or not? Do you agree with the civil ceremony of them being allowed to be married like a man and woman?
So there's a lot of things that have been happening that I say is because God is angry.
Forget God. You're running for Congress. Oh, right. So Congress
yes.
doesn't believe in God.
He's a religious candidate. Donald Trump is a very religious president. He's the best president in history.
Oh, wow.
And he's a very religious
I never
man.
said, okay, let me make it clear. There's a very big separation between teaching kids to be gay, like the LGBT studies in schools, which is constantly hinting to kids how great it is.
Well, that shouldn't be there. I agree with that.
That's number
but
one.
I'm saying no.
I want to tell you something.
Can they get married? I say that I have no problem with gay people, but they shouldn't be allowed to be civilly joined. They should get a contract.
Well, if I'm
together, I don't mind.
If I'm a politician, I have free speech the same way they have free speech, and I'm going to talk against it. I don't plan on passing much laws against actual.
But you don't want gay people to be killed. I have a caller that says all gay people should die.
No.
It's okay to be gay, just don't get married.
My view is that holy matrimony.
I say it's not okay, but I'm a politician. I have the same free speech as everyone, so I'm going to say my what I believe, and they could say what they believe.
Now
the fact that everyone's entitled to their opinion is also an opinion. My opinion is that not everyone is entitled to their opinion.
Alta, would you agree with me that holy matrimony is between a man and a woman? That's it. Holy matrimony.
Well, that's what God says.
That's correct. Now,
so America says that God. I mean, Cuomo says
you can have holy matrimony between a man and a
people
man
contradict
and a woman.
God when it interferes with their bodily conveniences.
I know, because first Cuomo said that he got the coronavirus down, and then when all these older people are dying, that he sent back to nursing homes, he said it's God's fault.
By the way, I want to file a lawsuit against Andrew Cuckoo, because he gave two things which he directly caused people to die under his orders in a crisis. He first of all, he sent to the most vulnerable people, he sent them all back their coronavirus patients. That's number one. Number two, he gave out a do not resuscitate guideline for the ambulances.
I know. Terrible.
And this is the same person that cares so much about your life. You hear that? He gives a do not resuscitate guideline. They're promoting assisted suicide. And
I want to tell you something from your community. I got an email. I saw it on your site that there was some cousins got coronavirus in Lakewood, and they were in pretty bad shape, and they weren't Jewish, and they just wanted to share this story that when they were quarantined, a bunch of their Jewish neighbors, listen to the Hasidic Jews, brought them groceries, whatever they needed. They talked to them through the window, even read prayers to them, and they said, God bless America, God bless all the people in Lakewood. These were not Jewish people. So your neighbors in Lakewood, New Jersey, I commend you. You did a great job. You made us look real good, even though, and sometimes some of us people, we have guys who called the mayor's office and rat on one another. This mayor what did he do? He not only quarantined us, he locked us up. He now wants to rat on each other. We have to rat on each other.
He is a horrible monster. I'd like to get to what I think
Oh,
I
woman,
see as a
listen
very
to what they wrote. They went from flattening to curve to find a cure, from social distancing to house arrest, 2 weeks to 3 months, from we're in it together, please, you're so full of it, to snitch on your neighbors, to holding back our individual liberty. You're talking their plain words, and I want you to know why they're making us take these tests. They're taking all our DNAs, they're keeping it on record, okay? And they're going to know how to track. So I want to take a phone call. Can we take a phone call?
certainly
Line
then,
four,
but I have
line
a very
four.
important
Push
question.
line. Oh, we lost him. Line
I-
five. Everybody, 718-303-9090. We're going to take calls. First caller on the call. You're on the phone with Heshy, Sawyer, and AER, who's not AOC. By the way, do you hate AOC?
I don't hate her, but I know that she belongs in the kitchen making challenge for me.
Exactly, because she's
Not,
what she
not
did-
giving her opinions to the whole country.
Would you see what she did to Amazon? How she blew 25,000 jobs and $25 billion, $30 billion of income to New York City?
The only logic in her words is her squeaky voice.
I think she's a drunk. You're on the phone with Heshy and everybody. What's going on? We lost him. Go to line one. Hello, you're on the air with Alta, Sawyer, Heshy, and Boomy. Nobody's talking. Are you pushing?
Can
him?
I go while I'm in there?
You
I'd
can
like
go.
to ask Alter a
Hello?
very important question. Alter,
Okay.
I understand that you
Oh,
are.
we got a caller. Hello, can you hear us?
Yeah, how you doing?
Okay.
I want to know more about this COVID-19 thing.
Go ahead.
You said you went to the hospital. What happened there?
So here's what happened. I went in. I have a video. Everybody saw me coming out. Thank you for your call, caller. I'm going to tell him. We'll take the next call in a second. Put him on hold. The next call, you have to push the button. Anyways, here's what happened, caller. I have a video of filming me coming out of the emergency room in Maimonides Hospital. I was wearing the gown. I got a private tour. I wasn't allowed to video of the emergency room, as well as I got a private tour of the triage center. And I want to tell you what happened. 5 nurses stood there doing nothing. I walked around. I was looking at things, talking to doctors and nurses. No COVID people this week. Not one COVID deaths.
Thank God.
But all those deaths that they're over-reporting was not COVID. Now, they might have said that they died or they had COVID in them when they died, but they did not come in because of COVID.
Hospitals get paid more if they list a patient as a
Sawyer said
coronavirus death.
that. Yes,
That's
she-
number
she
one.
gave
Number two is that they get paid more for putting a
My
patient on a
partner- my
ventilator.
partner-
How much more? A lot
Yes,
more.
a lot more.
We're talking about crazy
And
amounts, like
39,000.
39,000.
And I want to tell you another
And
thing.
my
40
part-
grand.
and my
What
part-
would you do for 40 grand?
And my partner Penny says I'm an
40
idiot.
grand ahead.
Right? I'm charging
Tony
only $400 an
Fauci,
hour.
I want to tell you another thing. Tony Fauci stands to make millions if they come out with a COVID-19 vaccine because he is on the NIH, and the NIH holds patents on the COVID-19
Take another
vaccine.
call. Line 5. I think we hung up on him. Hello, caller. I think we hung up on you. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Next call. Go to line 4. So we'll take he's been waiting.
Line 4.
Line 4. So you're on the phone. You're on the air with Heshy, Sawyer, and Eliezer.
Is this James?
This is James. Equity firms are getting to own all the nursing homes, hospitals, even the Brooklyn Public Library. But I'm just wondering, what happened to Dave Mady? Nobody has said a word about Dave Mady. I haven't heard him for more than a month.
You know something? You've just gone over my head. Who's Dave May?
He was there on Monday night, 7 to 9.
Oh, I don't know.
We do Wednesday from 9
We
to
do
10.
Wednesday.
Wednesday nights.
Oh.
But thank you for calling,
Thank
James.
you
We'd
for
love
calling,
to love you
James.
to
We
listen to our
love that.
program.
Take line 1. Thank you so much for your call. You're on the air with Heshy. Hello.
Okay, Heshy.
Yeah.
Here from Bensonhurst.
Hey, how are you?
Eddie? Is
How
that
are
you?
you, sir? No, Vince.
Vince.
Vince!
Okay, now, I usually agree with you a lot. I think you're a mensch, okay? Now, first of all, hold on. Let me lower this radio because I can't hear what you're saying. Hold on, sir.
Well, whether you agree to him or not doesn't make it right or wrong, anything.
Well,
Young man,
yeah.
you should listen to me too, okay?
We're listening.
Now,
Whether he's right or wrong, he speaks from his heart.
now,
And he's going to do what's
you
right.
talked about OLC before. I disagree with her wholeheartedly, everything she does. However, that Amazon in Long Island City, those jobs were not jobs for our children. These were jobs for people from nowhere, Nebraska, nowhere, Kansas, nowhere, Ohio. Okay,
It's not
they were
only
not
the jobs; it's how much it would have generated in overall revenue by
Oh,
just its
sir,
presence
sir.
here in New York.
Sir.
Yeah.
How about we have to generate jobs for our children,
Well, we
so our
have.
children can make a living.
It would have been,
Okay.
Vince. It would have been
All right.
both. It would have been
Okay.
Yeah,
both.
These
Vince,
jobs would not-
these jobs are all New York jobs.
They would have been New
No,
York
no,
and
no, no.
others.
When you help others, you get helped.
All these jobs,
Hello?
Vince, Amazon was
All right,
going to
listen.
hire all local people.
No. They're from nowhere, Nebraska. Look at their credentials for the jobs that they were there. They are not for jobs from kids from Borough Park, Bensonhurst, Bay Ridge. Okay?
You're
No,
wrong, Vince.
these
You're
were
wrong.
jobs.
You're wrong, Vince. I don't mean
I
to knock
think,
you.
I
There's
think
a
there
lot
would have
of-
been a mix.
There would have been a big mix, and forget the new housing that would have had to been produced for them, and all the other
There's
people that
plenty
would
of
have had to
housing
serve it.
down there. Please.
No,
A
there
lot of income would have been
Long Island
generated to
City.
favor the people of
Right.
New York.
You're wrong,
No,
Vince.
no.
But anyways, it doesn't make a difference. Amazon, we lost it, and she still had
And
no
you know
right.
what? And
Vince,
Michelle,
you're
you know
not
what?
going to convince Heshy about this.
Well, hey, you know what? Everybody.
If I become councilman or anything, I'm gonna knock on Amazon's door and bring them back, and I'm gonna go to the
I'm gonna
congressman
tell you
here.
something.
But
I was
actually,
going to
you
vote.
had-
I'll tell you something. I'll probably still vote for you.
I love you.
Because I believe that you are a voice of the people.
Thank you.
Okay.
Vince, thank you.
You were not just a voice, okay, of the Jewish population.
He's
No.
a voice for everybody, and he speaks and he works for everybody.
I love you. I want you to know when I was meeting with my Inspector Glenn this week, Inspector Colbert, there was a Sikh or whatever guy, and I told him how I go to the mosque, and and he couldn't believe it when I showed him pictures of some of my kids that came through the house. He says, "Wow, I don't believe it." And then it happens to be one of them called me. It was very impressed. Let's take a call on line two.
Heshy, could I say a little bit more
One more
on my?
second. We're gonna get to you.
yes.
I want to take another call for you. You're on the air with Heshy Alter Eliezer Richter, candidate for Congress, Sawyer and Bumi. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello, Heshy. This is Eddie from Dyker House.
Hi,
Hey, you're late,
Hi,
Eddie. You're late, Eddie. What happened to you, Eddie?
Yeah.
Well, I've been waiting. Big H, Bonnie, and I'll tell the gentleman who's running for Congress. First of all, I love his nickname, Andrew Cuckoo, and Heshy's joke was very good. The kickoff, right?
Finally, you weren't happy the last 2 weeks.
How do you
I
weigh
know,
Heshy
well-
on the Richter scale?
I try to be honest, and I thought that was a good one. A little cynical, but good.
was good.
I know that's Penny. Penny's a very nasty man. What's doing?
Okay, listen. You were the gentleman was talking about Cuomo, and that to me is and the other gentleman about saying that not to resuscitate people. I hope there's going to be lots of lawsuits against him.
Yes.
Amen to
Yeah.
that. I think they
Amen
will
to
be.
that.
And you know what us idiots are going to do? We're going to actually re-elect that idiot Cuomo. And people watch
God
his
forbid.
brother on TV.
I'm not voting for
Heshy,
him.
don't worry. Once I get in, I'll take care of him.
I want you to. Thank you. That
Yes.
right there alone, Lakewood, vote for my boy. So
The reason why I came here is because I want to help out everybody. I want to be the congressman for the whole United States.
wow.
Whoa.
Yes.
You know, Heshy,
Yeah.
in the
Richter for
last
Congress.
election, Cuomo did not. He won only because of New York City. He lost outside of New York City,
Wow.
not by a great deal, but he lost.
I
That's
didn't
correct.
know that. Eddie,
He got
But
the- he got
everybody
the
remember the
liberal vote.
name.
He got the
Andrew
liberal vote.
Cuckoo and Mayor de Blasio.
Eddie, I love you. You and me have become good friends. Can I open up the city? Really, for you. Can I open up the city, Eddie? Please tell me yes.
I would certainly like to.
Thank God somebody agrees with me.
And
Eddie,
the only thing is, there's still a lot of people walking around with masks. They may be appropriate in certain places.
So
but
wear
not
your
everybody.
mask. Wear your mask.
Yes,
I don't
absolutely.
care.
As long as it's done
Nobody's stopping
properly.
you, Eddie. Go ahead. But I hate it when I walk down the street. Wear your mask. So, I love you. We'll take another call.
Okay,
Eddie,
good night, all.
tell your wife
Take care,
hello. I
Eddie.
love you, Eddie.
It's good to hear from you, Eddie.
Take line
Same
5.
to you, Bummy.
Yes.
We're going to take another call.
Hi,
Rifki.
Yeah, hi.
Are you from Borough Park?
What?
You're from my neighborhood, Borough Park?
Borough Park,
I
yeah.
love you. You're now my favorite caller. Go ahead, Rifki.
And not only that, but I live pretty close to where your office is.
Oh, wow.
Okay, anyhow, let me ask you, Heshy. I really enjoy you're very smart. You're smart that you went to the hospital and checked it out for us.
Check it out.
appreciate it.
Rifki, I went inside. I
I
had
know.
a full tour.
I appreciate that. I don't know about the other people, but I
Getting
appreciate
inundated
that
with calls.
someone did it because I was suspicious. But let me ask you something. What happened with the plastic bag ban and all that? Because I had a really crazy in Borough Park, 2 Rite Aids. I went to one. This was last week, and they tell me, I'm going to give you a bag today, but you should know that next week you'll have to pay 5 cents for the bag.
Rifki, we've been through this, and we went to Rite Aids, and we've seen they started giving out paper bags instead.
Rifki, I went into a few stores. They charged me either a nickel.
Right.
Another place
For
wanted
plastic.
actually a quarter. I said, no, that's okay. I'll just carry out my item.
If you notice, Carmen Yeager and Eichenstein know that the bags, we need the bags. If you bring used bags, you can transmit the coronavirus.
That's what I'm trying to
But
figure
wait a
out.
minute, Heshy, I thought it was
ridiculous.
cured.
That's right. It's germs.
Mr. Let's talk to Mr.
I want to,
Congressman.
yeah, I'd
Mr.
like to,
Congressman,
I have to address this.
We're not happy about
Yeah,
this.
we're being inundated with calls in general. I really would like to ask the congressman something, the future congressman. Something.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense to bring dirty bags.
All right, but let's.
By the
paper
way,
bags. We're gonna do
Rifki,
what we
is
can do.
Corona over? Yes or no?
I think it's over.
I want.
But you know, I on your station, Zev Brenner show, right after the report about Israel, they said that 3 students in a yeshiva came down with it. Did you hear that?
Yes, but you know that it's fake reporting. You know that everybody says corona. Like I told you, 25% of all the numbers that were reported in the United States were over-exaggerated. They're just figuring it out now. And I bet you'll be 50% by the time we're done.
All right, let's get off this for a
Thank
minute.
you,
I
Rifki.
really want to maneuver to something. I know we're getting inundated with calls, but we did bring the future congressman in. And you pardon me, Heshy, for intervening.
Thank you, Rifki. We're gonna take another. You're
Mr.
wonderful,
Richter.
Rifki. Have a great week.
Congressman Richter to be. Look, the bottom line is, let's talk about, you have the general election, which will be coming, which you'll be running against a liberal Democrat, and you are a conservative Republican.
Correct.
Now we are coming up to the Republican, pre-election, the Republican, election now, which you are going up against one individual candidate who has been in office for many, many years, from what I understand.
Right.
I'd like to ask you, what is it in your particular line that distinguishes you and makes you a better candidate for office than the current Republican congressman in office right now?
Because I'm a schlepper. See, I'm not going to hold myself. Many people, once they get into power, I'm on a different level than you. I'm still a schlepper. I give people hitches.
You're a regular guy.
Hitch.
You're a regular guy.
I'm a regular guy.
That's
Yes,
it. We're regular guys.
Yeah, and let me tell you a little bit about my campaign platform, because it's important that everybody knows.
That's important.
I have a
want to hear a
dream.
distinction between you. You're in a primary coming up against a Republican primary.
Yeah,
I
but
want to know why you are
this
better.
will explain you. This will explain.
Please.
I have a dream that this country will become way more godly, morals and principles. I have a dream that respect for God and respect for self-control will be reinstated in this country and the world.
You sound like our great president when you say
Are
that.
you going to take away my civil rights?
Listen in. Crimes today's days are only analyzed by how much you hurt others, and hating such physical violence or thieves is always justified logically. But if you think into it, it's established that way because we live in a democracy, civil society in which bad is only defined by an action of physical harm to your fellow human being. With that said, simple hate to actions of sin and to the promoters of it isn't clearly unacceptable.
Okay, I got you. We got the pitch. You want us to be all nice and morally thinking.
Okay, let me say 1 minute about global warming. I've been suffering from the global warming ever since the Ice Age. Some places in the world have the hottest weather ever recorded 100 years ago. We didn't have a way to 100 years ago we didn't have a way to record, but this is my main point. God created this universe so perfectly. God controls nature. Nature doesn't control God. God controls climate. Climate doesn't control God. If you realize how perfectly God made this universe, then you'll realize that all these globalists belong in mental institutions.
I love you. Love you.
I agree, but by the same token, I don't think that's such an important agenda.
Some people have very
not so-
strong
that's not
sexual
what-
desires, and
but-
people also have very strong desire to steal, to rape, and we define the sin only by what hurts others, and logically, it shouldn't be that way.
Congressman to be Richter, but what is it that appeals to the people, to the ordinary people? that
Okay,
something-
what appeals to the people? What
Never
appeals to
mind
the
global
people
warming and
is
sexuality. The
that
people.
I'm gonna take all these politicians to I'm gonna hold all these politicians accountable. All these politicians that ruin people's businesses for life by shutting them down. I'm gonna hold them all accountable for what they did. Meaning they're gonna have to pay back. Tony Fauci is gonna have to pay back the Americans for all the money that he lost.
We're going to take another caller. Let's take another caller. Go ahead. Line 4, Sawyer. Let's go. You're on the air with Heshy, Sawyer, and
The future congressman. By the way, whoever wants to donate to my
I
campaign,
forgot about that.
it's
What-
Richter, the number 4, congress.com.
Can you spell Richter?
Richter's RICHTER, TER, the number 4, congress.com. And I also want to give a shout out to Izzy Appel and all my supporters.
Oh, wow. I love Izzy.
And Top Hat, all my supporters that have helping me so much with everything.
Well, by the way,
And I also want to thank Heshy so much for letting me come on the show.
I love you. You're welcome. And I want you to know, I forgot to give a shout out to Sergeant Peter. Sergeant Peter!
Sergeant Peter.
Sergeant Peter!
He only listens to the beginning of the show, so I don't know if he's going to hear this. And my Mira, and don't forget Ellie. I love Ellie. He's a good man.
And what about shout out to your co-host, Etty?
We got Etty, you bad girl. I got to get you back here. Sawyer's making me miserable. Anyways, let's say you're on the phone with Heshy. Who's calling and what do you want? Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, please.
Hi, you're on the air.
Hello?
We lost him. Next. Go to the next call. You're on the air with, I don't know how to do this. She doesn't know how to do it. You're on the air with Heshy.
Heshy. Hi, Heshy.
Hi.
What's up?
We're doing great. We have our future congressman on the line with us. And
Yeah, but I want to talk about you. I heard you fell. How are you doing?
I did.
Getsy.
I fell into a hole, but you know
It's
that.
Getsy.
Hi, Getsy. I love Getsy, by the way. Getsy has the same name as my brother. It's not my brother Getsy, but he's like my brother. He's a very smart man, a good building manager, and he does good, and he's an honorable man. So anybody who wants to do business with my friend Getsy, you call me. He's a great manager, and he's a good boy.
But
And Getsy, you're going to be having a baby in a couple weeks. Am I correct?
Mazel tov. B'shah tova.
He
In a
can't
good
tell-
hour.
He can't tell anybody. Well, too bad. I told the secret, Getsy. Too bad.
Sorry,
Heshy,
it's out of the
Heshy,
bag.
how are you doing? Heshy, how are you doing?
I am made out of steel. I can bend. I'm in pain. My wife making fun of me as I climb up the steps bent over, but I'm still here on the show, Getsy. I love you. Thank you for calling.
My whole campaign is Emunah and B'tachon. I believe in Hashem, God, that He's going to make me win.
Getsy, what do you think? He hung up. Let's take line 5, Sawyer. No, he pushed the button already. Push whatever.
Hello?
You're on the air.
Hi, Heshy.
Hi.
It's Izzy.
Izzy. Oh, my God.
Hey!
Izzy, what do you
First
got
of
for
all-
us today, baby boy?
First of all, Alter Eliezer is also a Kohen.
Oh, my
it makes
God.
this time
Oh,
to be
I
extra
have to ask
special.
him for a bracha afterwards.
That's
Bless him.
right. That's right.
Priestly
So
blessing.
save some time for that.
Okay.
Recent media reports suggest that China may be supporting the Richter campaign against Chris Smith.
Oh, my God.
There have been
You mean
I hope that
Richter and the
doesn't
Russian
pull
collusion?
away.
Richter and Russia collusion.
Chris Smith issued a press release accusing China of interfering. Alter,
Yes,
are you colluding with China, Russia, or any other foreign government?
not in any way.
So we have a complete denial here, Alta, don't we?
But just
We're going to hold you to task on that in case we discover later
to
on.
clear my my base, I wish Chris Smith only the best. I don't wish him any bad. I just hope God makes me win so that I can make a major.
Izzy,
Trent-
when I run for politics, are you and your boys going to back me? Izzy?
I think everyone's going to back you, Heshy.
Everyone.
Everyone has you.
Can Alter tell us how the campaign is being financed? What your average donation is?
Well,
Very
Izzy,
good question. Thank you, Izzy. Thank you for your call. Go ahead. How are you financing this campaign?
the real answer is only God, because so far I have around $500, and I plan on spending all the money that I make.
So you're self-running this campaign.
Yes.
Wow.
But I don't believe you get in with money. I believe you get in with voters.
Well, Izzy,
But God,
I tried.
Only God could get me in.
I tried to do that with last time with God and everything, and I blew it. And you need a lot of money.
No,
And
but
mine-
Heshy, you didn't have enough Emunah and B'tachon.
I had bitachon in God. He sent me as an angel to you people to help you, and that's what I do every day. Let's take another call. We're running out of time, so let's take line 4. Hello, you're on the air with Heshy, Sawyer, Bumi, and future Congressman Eliyahu.
Actually, I'm calling out of that spirit. We're at a situation here in New York City where the governor just not where I think you're the only person that can come to the rescue here. Heshy, you need to step up to the plate Please rescue. We're suffering. Small businesses are suffering. We're all suffering. If there's somebody in New York City that can take care, that can make us, that can put us out there, that can make our voices heard, it's only you, Heshy. Heshy, please get out.
Heshy is doing everything he
friend,
can and he will when he goes
$100.
into office.
Heshy, we really have to touch upon this.
Right, and I thank you for your call.
Invest
I love
in my
you.
campaign.
I love you for
Heshy.
you. I love you for your call.
Long-term investment.
I want you to know I went to the mayor's place. I've left messages. I even called Mr. Kornbluth to get me on the phone with the mayor's so I can ask him the question. You know that the DOB, if today's New York Post, they actually finally agreed. When I posted this video 2 weeks ago, New York Post now saw them hiding and tracking people. They're going into people's office stores, mayor's task force, and they're following and going through people's receipts. We are just.
Which one?
I want to fight. I want to fight them every day. I'm screaming, and I promise you, when I get to the city council, we're going to change. You see, every month they come up with legislation, new legislation. And Mr. Congressman, you come up with 90 more million legislations. We're not interested in new legislation. Take care and fix the old ones.
Exactly.
And when I get into the city council, wherever I'm going to go, I'm going to have my friend Carmen Yeager and me together if to run, and we're going to scream at the city council. He'll be the senior councilman. I'm going to be beneath him.
Heshy, let me give a little bit more of my platform because this is going to set everybody off the rail.
Go ahead.
Okay, kill abortion. There are two people that have the right to life and liberty: the mother of the child and the child in the stomach. And this subject cannot be defined by convenience. All the time we are dealing with very biased opinions. Even if a girl was raped, should being raped give you the permission to kill? A girl that's willing
So
to
we got
kill.
it. You don't agree with abortion. We
Yeah,
got
but let
that
me
point.
explain. A girl that's willing to kill because she got raped deserved to get raped.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Oh, you're dead meat.
We
We better take another caller. Take line one right
May
now.
I ask, what about medical?
Do you want the women's
necessity?
votes? Do you want the
I-
women's votes?
This is not
I'm
a popular.
woman. Do you want my vote?
Yes.
Do you want?
Let's take a caller. Caller, you're on the air with Heshy, Soya, and future Congressman Richter. Hello? He hung up.
Heshy, we got to
Line
Can
five.
I just
line,
bring
line
up one
two,
thing?
line two.
It's really disgusting what the mayor is doing.
Do
I
you
don't-
believe?
Hello.
Go ahead.
Go
You're on the air.
Do you believe that women should be able to vote?
The truth of the matter is, I do believe, but
I think it was addressed to the
it was a
congressman,
joke. It was a joke.
to the future
But
congressman.
I believe
Not
that.
funny.
I believe. Women are equal. No, I don't. I'm joking. Of course, they're equal.
Do you think
All
men should
people
vote
were
for their household?
created equal, except some are just a little bit more equal than others. Heshy.
Right.
But they don't stay
Linda.
equal.
Right.
Linda, can Heshy
People
cook?
are created
'Cause I hope he
equal, but they
doesn't
don't
start.
stay equal.
Everybody stop. I just want you to know the last 4 weeks I've been vacuuming, cooking, cleaning, and Linda loves my food and nobody's broken their teeth. Let's take line number 4. We got 2 more minutes. You're on the air with Heshy and everybody. You have your radio on. Hello? Can you hear us?
Yeah, hello?
Yes.
Yes, hi. I just want to know how come no one's talking about the incentives that the doctors are getting for getting paid for writing down
Exactly.
IT patients.
Let me answer
talking
that
about
question.
that.
Brought it up.
I want to say
doctor.
something. I want to say something.
Nothing.
Dr. Tony Fauci is standing to make millions once this vaccine comes out for the coronavirus. My goal, once I get into office in Washington, God willing, is to bring Bill Gates and all other big players under oath and pull down their pants in public. And also bring the tech giants under oath, and I will do everything I can to shut them down because I won't allow them to operate as a social media platform in the USA without allowing free speech, and free speech includes every subject. Force big tech to allow complete free speech to operate in the USA.
Very good.
Heshy, your listeners need to hear something very important.
Go ahead with
You really,
Save the Second
your
Amendment.
heart needs to be with them. This is really disgusting. You have all these big stores open, these big stores that have 10, 20, 30 employees. But I'm talking about the mom and pop, the things that built this country up. Those mom and pop shops that are supporting families, that they have other family members and children and grandmothers that they're supporting and they're looking out for. They are made to shut their stores.
We have to put
and
our
they're
people
getting
back to
fined.
work.
This is-
I know.
They need, but what are they supposed to do? I'm sorry. Let
The
the
unvaccinated-
senators, let all the public
They
officials
didn't let
live on $1,200 for 11 weeks.
I agree.
What about how are we supposed to
Heshy.
live on $1,200
Actually,
for
they didn't
11
let.
weeks?
I want to say something. They kicked all the unvaccinated children out of school, and now by the end of the year, all the schools are closed.
Well, our show's coming to an end. Future Congressman Richter, we love you. Thank you, callers, for listening to my show.
Richter for Congress.com.
Richter for Congress.com.
Richter number 4
and
then Congress.com.
Heshy's going to make a bunch more videos. Go to my Facebook, Just Enough Heshy, Twitter, Just Enough Heshy, Instagram, Just Enough Heshy. Email me at justenoughheshy@gmail.com. My funny videos are going out. I'm going to get to the mayor. I'm going to get him. I'm going to scream at him. And Governor Cuomo, I'm going to get you. I'm going to pray to God that you lose all your hair. And I want you to know something. You're a bad man. And Mayor de Blasio, when you steal another $1 billion. Thank you, all my people. Thank you, Traveler's Choice. Thank you, Tehillah.
Bring true pride, godly pride back into America.
Whatever you say. Thank you. Listen to my show next week, Wednesday night.
Same Heshy time, same Heshy channel.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Wow.